Hi, my name is Beer, and let's start this Steam Winter Sale video with Age of Mythology Retold. So this is a spin-off from the Age of Empires franchise that was revived as a remastered version in 2024. The release was very successful because they stayed faithful to the principles and listened to the fans. You know, nothing like Warcraft Reforged. So the game has around 90% review score on Steam, and that is a huge success. Not as huge as your mama, but really impressive. Here you'll embark on a multiple campaign spanning 50 missions that will take you across a vast mythical world. You will besiege the mighty walls of Troy, battle giants in the frozen wastes of Midgard, and discover the mysteries of the best potato salad recipe. Well, at least some of these are true. The game has really beautiful graphics with a not bad physics engine, and it also supports controller. You know, probably not for intense PvP battles, but for casual campaign after a hard day at work. People on Steam are praising the game in unison. The only thing that triggers players is the remade voice acting. If you never played the game, you probably won't even care, but if you did try the original version, you will feel that uncanny valley right away. Nevertheless, this is a minor thing, the game is great. And this video is sponsored by nobody. But you can change that by supporting me on Ko-fi. The reason for that is because my computer is more than 5 years old and I think its days are numbered. It refuses to launch new games for me, it lags and it makes weird sounds. Listen.
Kill me, Papa. I don't want to do this anymore.
See? Well, jokes aside, if it breaks, I'm toasted. I don't even want to think about that, and, you know, I don't earn enough for the new one. At least for now, you know, it's a bit harder time for me. So I started a new fund where you can help me to obtain a new PC one very distant day. I know that to collect this amount it will take a lot of time, probably maybe a year or so, I don't know. Any help is very appreciated. You'll find the link in the description and in the first pinned comment below. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the video without any interruptions. Assassin's Creed Mirage. There are better Assassin's Creed games out there than this one, that's for sure, but if you run out of new things in this universe to play, it's not that bad, especially when on sale. The main complaint here is that the game feels a bit clunky, especially when you parkour from one roof to another, and this kind of discomfort follows you throughout the whole game in one form or another. Anyway, Mirage is a step back to the roots of the franchise. It feels more similar to the old school Assassin's Creed games, so here you will experience the story of Basim, a cunning street thief. You will seek answers and justice as you navigate the streets of the 9th century Baghdad, one of the most important cities in the world back in the days. So you, sooner or later, will become a deadly master assassin and change your fate. The game has around 80% positive reviews, and that is really not a bad score. If not the Ubisoft launcher, I think it would have around 10% higher score and would be more popular game in general. Apocalypse Party. I was playing it for a few days and I can honestly admit that I had tons of fun. Basically, here you take control of the hero and start slashing, dicing, burning, freezing and shooting hordes of zombies and other undead. The more you slay, the more powerful you get, and you can slay even more.
Yes, Queen Slay.
Also, controls are very responsive and the skills are fun to use. You can also get various gadgets and devices to help you, like the toilet that splashes and kills your adversaries for you. After several playthroughs, I decided that I like the melee approach the most, because this playstyle reminded me of cow level of Diablo 2. Honestly, this is exactly how it felt, and come on, that is never a bad thing. You gather zounds of zombies and slice through the ball of the undead like a boss. The only bad thing, judging from the comments on Steam, is that some people are encountering glitches and bugs when playing multiplayer. Not everyone, of course, but it would be a shame if you are the unlucky one. Anyway, the price is nice and you can always refund it if you have up to 2 hours of gameplay. Sitting idle in the menu counts as well, so be careful. Mutant Year Zero: Road to Eden. This is a tactical game that combines the turn-based combat of XCOM with real-time stealth and exploration of post-human world reclaimed by nature. And mutants. And by saying mutants, I don't mean human mutants. Those are all gone. Now smart animals rule the world.
Define smart.
Well, you got me here. They are not always smart. They sometimes do stupid decisions because, you know, you are controlling them.
Oh my god, how dare you!
Shh, it's a joke. So although animals can't speak here, it's
it's definitely not a Disney kind of world. It's brutal and cruel, and survival of the fittest is in progress. Here you must venture out of the city to explore the zone where one day you might find the Eden of legends, the ancients' heaven in the middle of hell. I guess with mountains of potato salad and rivers of cold beer. Maybe you will find your answers there. Then again, maybe not. Game has really beautiful graphics, great humor, and an interesting story. Also very positive reviews on Steam. Greedfall Gold Edition. Here you'll have a complete freedom in character progression. As a male or female, customize your appearance and freely choose your abilities, spells and skills. But do not expect miracles, this is not a highest level RPG, although it looks like one. Greedfall was created in 3 years and its budget was about $5 million. For a AAA open world game like this, it's the bare minimum for it to be decent, so treat it more like a very expensive indie game instead. Somewhat similar budget had the Kingdom Come deliver in Steam, and Skyrim's budget was about 100 million. For it you can literally create 20 games like Greedfall, so keep that in mind before you start comparing Greedfall with the giants of the genre. And this version, Greedfall Gold Edition, includes a DLC, so this is a better version of the game if you compare it with just the basic Greedfall. It is a decent game and, as I've said many times, I would give it about 7 cold beers out of 10. Sker Ritual. So if you know the first part, it's nothing like that. Maid of Sker was a stealth horror game, and Sker Ritual is actually quite the opposite. Here you will dive into the first-person shooting action like never before. Well, honestly, like many times before, but you know, it's nice. To shoot massive hordes of creepy stuff is always nice. So this is obviously an intense, round-based zombie shooter. You can play it alone or up to 4 players online, and face relentless waves of enemies while at the same time solving mysterious missions, uncovering Easter eggs, upgrading steampunk weapons, and obtaining a vast network of Celtic gods' powers. Game has a very positive review score on Steam, and people who play the game in the comments are often saying that Sker Ritual was above the expectations. It is a very solid game to just have tons of fun. Titan Station. This is a retro sci-fi adventure that takes us far into the future, in the year of 1999. Yeah, the retro future is in the past, but somehow we have all these wonderful things we managed to achieve with the technology of the past. A really cool genre reminding us of all these science fiction novels we have read in our teens. So here you are, a systems operator, casual worker of the space station. But after arriving, your mundane work turns into a struggle for your very life as you make a shocking discovery. You have to believe me here, because this is not a channel of spoilers. Most of the time. Well, half of the time. Still, that counts. Subscribe. Anyway, the station is connected to Saturn's moon Titan by an elevator and pipeline system. Really cool concept. Here you won't find any combat, and the game itself will take about 4 hours to complete. If you liked games like The Invincible, Outer Wilds or Observation, Titan Station is your spoon of potato salad. More than 90% of reviews on Steam are positive. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of the Chornobyl. Here you'll dive into the zone, a specific place around the area where Chornobyl power plant exploded one beautiful day. You probably saw the HBO series already that was filmed in my hometown of Vilnius, Lithuania. If not, do it. Jared Harris and Stellan Skarsgård were wonderful, and the series will perfectly immerse you into a cruel and deadly Soviet bureaucracy. Anyway, the zone around the power plant is deadly as well, and only the madman could go there and search for artifacts from another dimension in hopes of getting rich. You are that madman. Everyone calls you a stalker, but you are not alone. The whole community of people like you are scavenging these forsaken lands. Some are friendly, some are not. That's why you have an arsenal of various weapons. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but my advice would be shoot first, apologize later. You have no friends there. The scariest thing, of course, are not other scavengers, militia of every sort, or even anomalies, but creepy mutants. Oh man, I played the original games when I was a teenager and I was a bit traumatized by some of them, especially by that invisible shithead in the sewers. And he's back again. A bit too often, to be honest. After you kill it for like the 5th time, it's not scary anymore. But there are scarier things lurking in the depths of abandoned military facilities, and they will gladly meet you and eat you, or worse. Anyway, in a broader sense, S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is not a horror game, but it often has strong horror episodes and a menacing atmosphere as well. Not as menacing as your ex-mother-in-law, but still really terrifying. And also, it is a beautiful game, and the visuals are fantastic. Dystopika. A massive treat for every Blade Runner fan, although they don't even mention the movies in the description because of obvious copyright issues. Despite that, the game lets you build futuristic cities very similar to those we saw in the movies. Here you'll place buildings, giant billboards and massive holograms. You won't find any goals, there are no objectives, no wins or losses. The game wants you to relax and embrace your creative cyberpunk mood. People on Steam are very happy with this game. They not only awarded this gem with an overwhelmingly positive reviews, but they are saying that this is a game you just can't stop playing. One more building, one more tweak, one more hologram and one more once again, just to make your amazing city a bit better. And yeah, why not make a masterpiece, then take a screenshot, print it, frame it and hang it on your wall. That would be a perfect modern piece of art that no one else has. Instruments of destruction. Do you have an urge to destroy, to ruin cities and flatten the terrain in the moment of rage? Nobody is stopping you, you can go and destroy anything you want. Or you can go and play this game instead, or after. You know, when you destroy everything, this game will offer you more. So here you will become a vehicle test pilot and journey across the world to remote outposts where everything needs to be, destroyed. For that noble goal, you will be using purpose-built wrecking machines such as flying bulldozers, tanks wielding quad rocket launchers, and ornithopters with grappling hooks. This game is not only about destruction, it is about building as well. You will learn how to design your own machines for the ultimate demolition experience. Simply use the editor to construct devastating vehicles armed with chainsaws, lasers, claws, wrecking balls, magnets, vortex generators, and much more. Beyond vehicles, here you can design your own custom maps and structures and share it all with the world via Steam Workshop. The game has a very positive review score and can soothe your urge to destroy.
Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden.
Despite the fact that this is a single-player game, here you will play as a ghost hunter couple who vow to protect the living from the threat of lingering ghosts and specters. In a disastrous last mission, the woman was fatally wounded, becoming one of the spirits. So in the haunted wilds of North America, the couple desperately searches for a way to liberate her from the curse. Basically, the game copies the main aspect of The Witcher. You hunt monsters as your main profession, although the gameplay is more similar to God of War. So in the process, you will immerse yourself in a beautiful story between two fated lovers. As witches, banishers, you will enter the lives of simple communities and solve haunting cases in a mythical, lore-rich world plagued with supernatural creatures and ancient secrets. Sounds cool, and the general public mainly agrees by giving it above 80% positive review score. The Precinct. This looks like an old-school GTA game, but it's entirely the opposite. Here you'll become a policeman and will have to catch all the criminals that misbehave in your city. The action is set in the past. The year is 1983, and the technologies are accordingly old. That is cool, I like when they go full on the details. So here you'll dive into a world of thrilling car chases, sandbox crimes, and a healthy dose of noir as you protect the city and solve the mystery of your father's murder in the line of duty. Developers say that this is a love letter to a classic cop movies, like Lethal Weapon for example. And just like in GTA games, the Precinct combines police sim with sandbox experience. Patrol the streets and respond to callouts to fight criminals. It doesn't matter petty or powerful. Choose your own tactics in chases and shootouts and feel the shifting power struggles of town gangs. I don't know, this may be a gem you were looking for, or at least a nice polished rock. The Midnight Walk. Here you'll embark on a dark fantasy adventure built in clay. You will befriend a lost lantern creature and use his flame to light your way through a conflicting world of wonder and suspense. To survive here, you will have to outsmart the many monsters eager to devour your little friend's flame as you travel across 5 tales of fire and darkness. The game and its creatures look gorgeous. It is without a doubt a work of art and keeps entertaining you as you travel in this dark world. People are saying that the game is visually stunning, but it is like your memory, quite short. You will probably finish it in 5 hours or so. But The Midnight Walk has above 90% positive reviews on Steam, so give me that quality over the quantity this time. Lightyear Frontier. Here you land on a beautiful vibrant planet and have to find your mech. Yeah, here you and your machine are almost inseparable. All the building, walking around and exploring is being done by you controlling this huge, a bit sentient mech who sometimes makes a funny comment or two. Reminds me of Riftbreaker. One of the coolest things here I think is visuals. I rarely see this kind of polish in these kinds of games, and this beauty can be immortalized by the game's photo mode. Yeah, some serious AAA games quite often get a full release version without photo mode available, and here you can take wonderful pictures of yourself whenever you want. So basically this is a crafting and building game, so you have to roam around with your mech and collect various resources, then convert those resources into some machines, buildings or anything you like. Although this game is not only about mech upgrading, crafting and building, the exploration part is here as well. Not as big as I would want it to be, but when I played it, I found some dungeons where I couldn't go with my mech, so I had to leave my machine in order to squeeze myself into tight places. That is a nice touch. If you like these crafting games, there is a huge chance that you will like this one as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate. This is a fast-paced roguelike action game. You will take control of all 4 turtles, each wielding unique powers, and team up with friends for co-op gameplay. And when I say friends, the game offers even a split screen, like developers actually believe that we have real friends. That is so cute. So here you'll explore iconic New York City locations, upgrade your turtle powers, and prepare to face off against well-known enemies, especially the evil boss, that physicist Schrödinger, or something similar. I swear, I remember when I was a kid and I was arguing with other kids who would win in a fight, Schrödinger or Dark Vader. Yeah, those two could fight, that's for sure. So, have I pissed both fandoms already? Tell me, have you written a comment explaining the real names to me and now shamefully deleted it? Yeah, at least in your mind, right? So the story is quite simple. Kreese kidnapped Master Miyagi and now Karate Kid's... Oh wait, no, Shredder kidnapped the Rat Sensei and the turtles have to kick his ass and save the master. During the adventure you will face a whole pantheon of Teenage Mutant Ninja enemies like Bebop, Rocksteady, giant crocodiles and other mutated animals. Looks like a fun game with friends, if you have friends. You don't you? So subscribe, at least we'll be friends with benefits. Red Dead Redemption 2. Welcome to America, 1899. Here you are, an outlaw on the run. You and your gang will have to rob, steal and fight your way to survive. You'll travel across a beautiful country and occasionally some people will ask for help and you can just politely decline. Or not, it's up to you. The game itself feels like an interactive cinematic film. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a beautiful emotional roller coaster. The story will leave you wondering if there is a pill you can drink to forget it so you could experience the game once again. And most importantly, your horse's testicles will shrink when it's cold.
Most importantly?
Yes, most importantly. Pillars of Eternity 2: Deadfire. Here you'll go after a rogue god over land and sea, captain your ship on a dangerous voyage of discovery across the vast unexplored archipelago region of the Deadfire. Also, have you noticed how all the names in fantasy games and books have some doomy and gloomy meaning?
Region of Deadfire, lands of crying souls, mountain of doom, sea of sorrow, forest of banshee screams,
and so on. Well, in the real world, all those places would probably have way less terrifying names given to them by locals, such as
Region of Rocks, Land of Dirt, the Volcano, Sea of Water, and Forest of Pedophiles.
Yeah, this is an exception. Way more terrifying than Forest of Banshee Screams, to be fair. Don't go there for any reason. Anyway, all the names are way less poetic in the real world. So in Pillars of Eternity 2 you will bend the world to your will, as you explore the depths of infinite possibilities, including detailed character customization and total freedom of exploration. People on Steam comments are saying that the second part has more interesting quests and activities than the first one. Well, it's for you to judge. Cyberpunk 2077. This is undoubtedly one of the greatest single-player RPG games ever made. It had a rough start, but that is in the past and I can finally skip talking about it. Here you'll dive into an adventure in a sprawling megalopolis of Night City. You will have to take on the role of a cyberpunk mercenary who has to do everything and a bit more to survive. The game has one of the coolest single-player campaigns and is a must-play for every gamer. Although remember that this is an RPG and also a first-person shooter, so the logic does not always work. You know, the same bullet does more damage when you have more experience. That makes no sense, but hey, it's a game. Just like in Fallout or GTA games, you will take on random jobs, build a reputation and unlock various upgrades. The relationships you forge and the choices you make will shape the story and the world around you. The game is massive and it has Keanu Reeves in it, so in general this is a wet dream of anyone who likes single-player RPG games, but it also has some really annoying flaws as well. Despite being set in a GTA-like world, here you cannot fly. I see a lot of comments that say something like,
Whatever, I don't need to fly.
yeah, but I do. That is a real downgrade and annoys me very much. Anyway, the campaign is more than awesome, 11 cold beers out of 10. Jusant. This is an action puzzle climbing game and a meditative journey to the top of a tall tower. It may not seem much, but the review score on Steam is way above 90%, and that is a proof that this game is amazing. Well, at least awesome. You will challenge yourself at your own pace, explore different ways to climb, and unravel the secrets of a bygone civilization. While playing, you will master your climbing tools and will have to watch your stamina meter to successfully navigate the mysterious and changing tower. Well, watching your stamina is not a thing I usually like in games. You know, when you watch your stamina bar, you actually miss the rest of the game. But Jusant is showing your stamina bar clearly and not somewhere in the corner, so it's done right. Anyway, as you go higher and hone your skills, you'll have to figure out how best to use the tools at your disposal to get where you want to go. What is the best way? Is there an alternative path? And yes, usually there are. You can explore them to find the clues about what happened here. The game doesn't rush you, you play at your own pace. As you climb, you come across beautiful biomes full of flora and fauna, accompanied by a beautiful and atmospheric soundtrack, although there is some danger as well. Arid, windy slopes can be deadly, so seek refuge in tunnels lit only by bioluminescence. LEGO City Undercover. Here you'll play as a police officer who's been tasked with going undercover to hunt down the notorious escaped criminal and putting an end to this citywide crime wave. Here you'll find more than 20 unique districts to investigate and catch car thieves. Also, you will discover hilarious movie references, tons of vehicles to drive and hundreds of collectibles. You can play it alone or with your friend in co-op mode, and along you can try to break the game and do stuff you're not intended to do. You know, it's a game suitable for a younger audience as well, but you can kidnap people in taxis and drive into the ocean. Just saying, it's a bad thing to do. You know, you are a police officer after all, and you can beat civilians, although you can't murder them. Boo! It's a LEGO game, come on. Anyway, as far as LEGO games go, this is an actual LEGO GTA 5. Tons of fun, guaranteed. Remnant 2. This is the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, best known as Dark Souls with guns. The game pits survivors of humanity against new deadly creatures and godlike bosses across beautiful but menacing worlds. Here you can travel alone or with friends as a team and explore strange new worlds and beyond, overrun by mythical creatures while trying to stay alive. There are multiple worlds to explore with different types of creatures, weapons and items. Game has branching quest lines, augments, crafting and loot rewards that will test the resolve of even the most hardened players in dynamically generated dungeons and areas. Most of the players are saying that the second part is better than the first one, meaning that developers learned from their past mistakes and made an actually awesome game. Detroit: Become Human. Here, decisions will dramatically alter how the game's intense, branching narrative plays out. Your choices really matter, not like in real life. Basically, the whole game is built around your choices. You can't do anything here except to choose what to do in certain situations. Well, also you move around a little and search for clues, but that's kinda it. And every decision you make, no matter how small, affects the outcome of the story. And in this game, no playthrough will be exactly the same. You can replay again and again to discover a totally different conclusion, sometimes absolutely unexpected one. Well, let's be honest, you probably won't do that many times, but it's nice to know that the ending you got is really unique. Also, you can try the free demo version on Steam. Tales of Iron 2: Whiskers of Winter. An old and unspeakable evil stirs in the north, wings black as death, fangs sharp as steel, and they thirst for blood rivaled only by their insatiable hunger for vengeance. Yeah, that is a new ultimate enemy of your kingdom. As people say, this game is inspired by Game of Thrones, The Elden Ring, and The Witcher. Despite it being a 2D side-scroller, the feeling is actually there, especially because everything is narrated by Doug Cockle, legendary actor that lent his voice to Geralt of Rivia revere himself. So he will have to track down and defeat legendary monsters of this realm and be rewarded with rare resources and craft devastating equipment. But be warned, these colossal creatures won't go down without a fight. You will die over and over and over again, so make sure you like suffering. It's not for people with weak nerves, that's for sure. Mars War Logs. This is an absolute hidden gem I have stumbled on by lucky accident. The price and quality ratio of Mars War Logs is beyond fantastic. The game, as people say, is a hybrid between Fallout, Mad Max and the Technomancer. Well, the latter was made by the same company and is set in the same game universe, so no surprises here. Anyway, it takes you to Mars, nearly a century after the cataclysm that drowned the planet and its colonists into chaos. And speaking about drowning, water has become the most precious resource on the planet, with a few companies fighting a perpetual war for its control. Well, honestly, I think that water is not what made the desert planet of Mars famous in the first place. Anyway, you play as Roy, a renegade with multiple talents. You will develop your character and your combat style by choosing among many skills and perks. Melee, ranged combat, stealth, or the devastating Technomant power. You know, you're some kind of lizard Harry. I mean Roy. So if you like this game, try the Technomancer as well, and don't pay much attention to the mostly positive or even mixed score it sometimes falls to. It's Eurojang, but it's nice. Against the Storm. This is a roguelite city builder set in a gloomy dark fantasy world. Artistically, this is one of the coolest RTS city builder games I have ever seen. The style is very original and the atmosphere is breathtaking. I didn't like only one thing: here it never stops raining. I hate rain in real life because I wear glasses and this combo is never a good thing. But in game it feels like a never-ending visual interference. Some people may like it, some don't. So it's not a big deal in general. Anyway, here you are, a pioneer sent into the wilds to establish and manage new settlements inhabited by smart beavers, lizards and humans. Weird choice of races, but I really approve of that. I'm so tired of elves, dwarves and various combos of demons and undead. Lizards and beavers are awesome and you will feel like one of them. You will care about their survival, about their happiness and will protect them from danger. Well, not always. This is a roguelite after all, so the occasional defeat is programmed in the genre of the game. After a bitter end, the game will instantly offer you better buildings and devices, so your next run would be better, and the cycle continues until another bitter defeat. Your goal is to survive long enough and gather the valuable resources necessary to rebuild and upgrade your city. It's the only safe haven against the Blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, and I can give it 10 cold beers out of 10 without much doubt. The Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes. Here, at the close of the Iraq War, special forces hunting for weapons of mass destruction unearth something far deadlier: a buried Sumerian temple containing a nest of creepy creatures. To survive the night below, they must forge a brotherhood with their enemies from the world above, and only your decisions will influence how the story will unfold. Basically, I can guarantee that nothing good will ever happen with you behind the wheel. Everyone will die horribly and you are the one to blame. But hey, that's the beauty of this game: you can replay it and make different, probably way worse decisions next time. Atomfall. The studio behind legendary Sniper Elite and Aliens vs Predator games decided to develop a survival action game inspired by real-life events. Atomfall is set 5 years after the Windscale nuclear disaster in northern England. Yeah, like most of us, I have never heard of it. So, long story short, in 1957 one of the nuclear reactors of Windscale site, that wasn't a power plant but a part of the British atomic bomb project and produced weapons-grade plutonium, caught fire. So in the aftermath, a huge chunk of the country was affected by radiation and around 200 unlucky people died of cancer. So that's the real story. In the game you will explore the fictional quarantine zone around the aforementioned Windscale. You will scavenge, craft, barter, fight and talk your way through a British countryside filled with bizarre characters, mysticism, cults and rogue government agencies. People are saying that this is S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Fallout, Bioshock and Prey in 1. Sounds good to me. Zoria, Age of Shattering. I played the alpha version of Zoria a few years ago and I was really impressed by this indie game. It's not perfect, but I can honestly say that I had tons of fun. So when the full version was released, I played it for my own pleasure again, and the feeling was the same. I was entertained. The game feels like a mix of third Warcraft's graphics and turn-based RNG heavy playstyle. While only the combat is turn-based, you can explore the world in real time. Also here you will have your base. You can make regular updates to it by unlocking new wings to the buildings, and by doing so you will be rewarded with either resources, quests or items. Also in your outpost you can plan and assign tasks for your companions. For example, send selected party members on a mission in which you won't participate, but will receive what they find along the way. These missions can end badly as well, although the main thing of Zoria is actual combat, and as I've mentioned before, this game is fun. Just keep in mind that it is made by 3 people and not by hundreds, like the third Baldur's Gate, so take my praise with a grain of salt. Rage 2. Although the first Rage game is loved more by the fans, the second part kinda changes linear gameplay design to a fully open world game. Here you'll dive headfirst into a dystopian world devoid of society, law and order. An asteroid has annihilated 80% of Earth's population, and humanity numbers are dwindling. Ruthless and bloodthirsty gangs roam the open roads and the tyrannical authorities seek to rule with an iron fist. And you are the last ranger of the wasteland and a threat to their power. So you have been robbed of your home and left for dead. Those are not the actions you take kindly and say thank you for. So now you have to kill them all, and only then your heart can rest in peace. The game is filled with ludicrous vehicle combat, super-powered first-person mayhem, and an open world full of emergent madness. The game sadly is ridden with bugs, and some of them can ruin even the main missions of the game. So you may be stuck for good even after investing tons of hours in it. Believe me, I have read the comments of people who played it and they are not forgiving at all. Despite that, for some the game runs flawlessly, so it's a lottery you may want to play, or just play the first part. It's really good. Sons of the Forest. So here, alongside the sandbox part, where you cut the trees, build cute houses, lay traps and free roam this beautiful world, there is this cannibal part of the game. You have to defend yourself against a clan of genetic mutant enemies that have beliefs, families, morals, and appear almost human, except that they want to kill and eat you. Well, come on, let's admit, you are looking like a snack, you gorgeous. So here you are sent to find a missing billionaire on a remote island, and you find yourself, as I mentioned before, in a cannibal-infested hellscape. Craft, build, and struggle to survive, alone or with friends. Also, as you probably know, you can have a mutant waifu here, with more legs and more hands than you are used to, so I guess with more than one butt crack as well, and interesting. Anyway, the game has a very positive review score left by hundreds of thousands of people, and the price is really nice. I imagine that they could just make the base price of it 60 euros and ride the wave of popularity, but the price of the game is just half of that, and with a discount, even less. Prehistoric Kingdom. The game is not just another Jurassic Park zoo manager. It's a bit different because it actually tries to show animals more scientifically accurate than Jurassic Park does, and also has not only dinosaurs but extinct animals as well, from saber-toothed tigers to woolly mammoths. Also, every animal grows from baby to adult, changing their proportions, sounds and behaviors in real time. You know, here baby animals are not just the copies of adult creatures but smaller. They are actually different. That is nice. They need to eat, drink, sleep and satisfy their social needs through behaviors like herding and socialization. So most of them will probably die under your control, but hey, these animals are imaginary. That's why you are allowed to play with them in the first place. The game also has first-person mode where you can feel like you are a visitor and explore your own zoo from a different perspective. Chill, relax, sit on a bench, watch your Spinosaurus eating a mammoth. You know, that is nice. The game has around 90% positive review score on Steam, so if you like games like that, it's a treat for you. Worshippers of Cthulhu. Have you already sacrificed a goat for our Lord Cthulhu this morning? Wait, what do you mean by no? Shame on you, infidel! Anyway, I tried the game already and I can without a doubt say that this is an interesting city builder, where you will have to decide the fate of your followers, perform eldritch rituals and master the art of city planning, in a world where the line between sanity and madness blurs. Here you are not a harbinger of destruction, but a herald of cosmic rebirth. Your purpose is not to sow chaos, but to embrace the inevitable evolution that awaits us all. You know, at first our Lord will turn us into a fish people or something. You know, something great, maybe even into squid people, because humanity is insignificant, pitiful in its smallness and filled with weaklings. Just look at the mirror. I'm joking. Come on, please subscribe.
Do it now.
So our presence is only a fleeting whisper in the cosmic winds, and only by awakening Cthulhu we can transcend our feeble existence. Anyway, here you will lead the cult where your decisions shape the destiny of each follower. You will decide whether they toil, conquer, or devote their lives to dark rituals. Manage usual day-to-day intricacies of cult affairs, from proclaiming dogmas to announcing celebrations and engaging with devoted servants. All these efforts converge toward a singular goal: awakening your god. That is a great idea, no doubt. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, shut up.
Doom. The most famous first-person shooter was reborn in 2016, and since then it holds the overwhelmingly positive reviews not only on Steam but in our hearts as well. Here you'll encounter relentless demons, destructive guns and fast fluid movement. Whether you are obliterating demon hordes in the single-player campaign or competing against your friends in multiplayer, people on Steam are saying that every priest will approve this game. You know, eradicating demons is a holy deed in every religion.
Except if you worship Satan.
Yeah, I can see the flaw of my idea now. ID Software should create a game where humans are defending from angel invasion as well.
Don't drink beer, it's a sin.
They would say, and then you could just shoot them. I would definitely play that. Siege Survival, Gloria Victis. Your country is invaded and your city is under a brutal siege. A small group of civilians are trapped in the only remaining stronghold. They are the last source of hope for the defending troops hanging on for dear life. You might not be fighting the invaders yourself, but the fate of the city lies in your hands. You know, you are the manager. Without you, everything will succumb to chaos. You need better weapons, a roof over your head, hot food, and all the other things for, you know, existing. And the only way you'll get these is if you and your team craft them. But resources are limited and you'll need to sustain both soldiers and civilians. Maintaining this balance is not the job for the faint-hearted, believe you me. So you will have to find ways to preserve your potato salad, develop your infrastructure and use your supplies more efficiently. Main story will only take around 8 hours to beat, but if you want to unlock all the achievements, it will take you around 10 times more. People are saying that the game reminds them of the famous This War of Mine, and that is never a bad thing. Nobody saves the world. When an ancient calamity reawakens, who can save the world? And the answer is nobody. That's you. You are nobody. Not in real life. In real life, you are an awesome, beautiful person. Never doubt that. Now, subscribe. So here you'll master the art of transformation to become a slug, ghost, dragon, a horse, or someone else. Like an egg, for example. Actually, here you'll find more than 15 distinct forms you can become of. You can mix and match abilities in unexpected ways to unlock and complete even more challenging quests. You can explore a vast overworld on your own or with a friend online. This game is not only beautifully drawn, but it's kinda crazy as well, just like your sister.
ULTRAKILL.
Now we are getting serious. This game is always among the top 20 best rated games on the whole Steam, and that is among tens of thousands of games. It's ridiculous how good this game is.
ULTRAKILL
is a fast-paced, ultra-violent, old-school first-person shooter. It fuses together classic shooters like Quake and modern shooters like Doom Eternal with character action games like Devil May Cry. Here mankind has gone extinct and the only beings left on Earth are machines fueled by blood. And now that blood is starting to run out on the surface and machines are racing to the depths of hell to search for more. Total nonsense, but I like it. People on Steam describe this game quite politely. They say this is a Doom Eternal if it was on crack and also on heroin. And I would add that playing
ULTRAKILL
it's like eating potato salad, except if you dry it out and snort it. You can try the demo version on Steam if you have any doubts. Borderlands 3. You'll blast through weird worlds and enemies as one of 4 World Hunters, the ultimate treasure-seeking badasses of the Borderlands, each with deep skill trees, abilities and customization. So in this looter-shooter RPG you will play solo or join the battle with friends to take on an epic enemies, score loads of loot and save your home from the most ruthless cult leaders in the galaxy. With bazillions of guns and gadgets, every fight is an opportunity to score new gear, and that gear is more than crazy. Firearms with self self-propelling bullet shields? Check. Rifles that spawn fire-spewing volcanoes? Obviously. Guns that grow legs and chase down enemies while cursing? Yeah, got that too. On Steam, Borderlands 3 is an owner of very positive reviews, so it's a no-brainer if you like shoot and loot. Just grab the game and be happy. Make your enemies unhappy by making them die. Resident Evil 4. 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. You are one of the survivors of the incident, and you have been sent to rescue the president's kidnapped daughter. You track her to a secluded European village where there is something terribly wrong with the locals. They all put pineapple into potato salad. I'm kidding, of course, nothing that horrifying. Those people are just crazy. You know, they want to kill you, mutilate your body, and then do something else with it. What a nice place to be, you know? So you will be living this nightmare and you will do your best trying to survive. People are saying that after playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, it was hard to hope that anything can be that level of awesomeness, but Resident Evil 4 does miracles. Players are saying that this remake is just excellent, and you know, I can only agree, this game is awesome. Art of Rally. This is a beautiful racing game. The word art in its name is not just a coincidence. The game looks original and fun. Here you will race across the world through colorful and stylized environments and compete for the first place in the leaderboards with daily and weekly challenges. Here you will experience the golden era of rally in career mode, traveling across 78 stages from Finland to Sardinia, Norway, Japan, Germany, Kenya, Indonesia and Coldberistan. Well, maybe not all of these, but I can't remember which one isn't included. The models of cars are all vintage and range from 60s to 80s. In total, more than 50 different cars. To be honest, you don't need to be a fan of racing, this game is literally for everyone. I played the demo a long time ago, and even if racing games are usually not my spoon of potato salad, I had tons of fun. Also, the review score on Steam is very high, above 90%.
Crazy high.
Well, not as high as Seth Rogen. Project Warlock. He will become a mysterious warlock and embark on a dangerous mission to eradicate all evil. Yeah, seriously, I thought warlocks are evil, but here you are good somehow and want to smite evil creatures with everything you have, every single one of them, no matter where and when. You will travel through time and space to wreak mayhem and destruction like in the golden days of FPS games. You'll explore 60 levels in 5 settings, from ice Antarctic base to sands of Egypt or medieval castles. As in all classic games like this, you will find keys to unlock passages, reveal secret doors with golden ammo, use lifts and hidden buttons to access new areas, and of course, finally, you will descend to hell and face the ultimate challenge and emerge victorious or, you know, perish like a puny loser, which will never happen. You are awesome, my friend, never doubt that. Laysara, Summit Kingdom. It is a real-time strategy city builder colony sim with pause, meaning that you can issue commands while eating delicious potato salad without any stress. So here during a campaign or sandbox playthrough, you will establish multiple towns, each on a unique mountain with its own traits. Each mountain also comes with a new set of challenges. They differ in shapes, vegetation zone layouts, resource availability and weather conditions. One of the ever-present dangers you will have to deal with are mighty avalanches. You can't stop them, obviously, but you can take precautions and be prepared. Afforest the key areas to create natural barriers, build artificial ones to redirect rushing masses of snow, or trigger the avalanche early while it's still manageable. That is a really dangerous activity and it will put you on your toes. So when I said that you can play it without any stress, I lied. Caravan SandWitch. He will embark on a journey across a sci-fi world. Driven by a mystery to find your missing sister, you will interact with various communities, help them with their tasks, and meet new people along the way. Take your time to explore the world, whether in your van or on foot. The game is aiming to be crowned as a king of relaxing exploration games. Here you will find no combat, no death, no timer, just you, your van, and the world. Here, equipped with an array of essential tools, you will upgrade your van to open up new passages and ruins. From navigating treacherous terrain to uncovering ancient historical sites. Every step of your journey will bring you closer to unraveling mystery behind your sister's disappearance. Reveal. This is a narrative first-person psycho thriller focusing on puzzles and exploration. So basically this is a very nicely done walking simulator, you know, with horror vibes, so not as boring as you may expect. The story begins with you waking up. You are disoriented, your head hurts. Well, honestly, a lot of us have the same problem the main protagonist has. It's called alcoholism. But surprisingly this time it's not it. You are trapped into a surreal, mysterious place where everything looks familiar but you don't know why. As things get crazier and more bizarre, the lines between reality, memory and imagination become more and more blurred. So your only way out is to solve everything. Be sure you have an IQ a bit higher than room temperature. Game has strong, very positive review score, so if you like games like that, this may be a wonderful hidden spoon of potato salad for you. Assassin's Creed Unity. Game is set in the city of Paris during one of its darkest hours. The French Revolution is in action. Here you will do all the usual Assassin's Creed stuff and take part in one of the most important moments of French history by participating in the events that shape the city of today. If the game's franchise would be naming its titles by numbers, this would be Assassin's Creed 8. So yeah, they have been baking these like cookies for almost 2 decades now. But keeping in mind that Assassin's Creed Unity is more than 10 years old, the graphics are quite impressive and the gameplay is enjoyable despite some minor control issues. The biggest issue whatsoever is that it requires the Ubisoft launcher, and if it is down, you can't play the game. Also, the co-op feature that is kinda famous here is plagued with connection bugs and errors. It's a nice game, but I have warned you for a reason. Still Wakes the Deep. Here you are an offshore oil rig worker, fighting for your life through a vicious storm, perilous surroundings and the dark, freezing North Sea waters. As if that weren't enough, all lines of communication have been severed, and even that is not everything that went wrong. All exits are gone and something just crawled aboard from the depths. Otherworldly cosmic horror now roams the rig, and you have to navigate this collapsing structure with hopes of saving your crew from a fate worse than death. So basically you will have to escape the place and avoid, distract and sneak around in best attempts to survive. This is an incredibly immersive Lovecraftian story that puts you in the seat of the protagonist. Be sure your mental balls are heavy, hairy and made of something hard to crack. This game is not a walk in the park, that's for sure. Spellforce 3 Soul Harvest. This game, just like Fallen God, is a standalone episode of Spellforce 3, meaning that you don't have to own the base game or even know the story very well. Here you are plunged in a war on many fronts. While some evil threatens to tear apart the Dwarven realm, an enigmatic cult of dark elves harvests the souls of people for reasons unknown. That is not cool, you have to stop it. You know, souls are like currency you can use to pay the devil for nice things, so all this soul harvesting stuff is like a bank robbery in my eyes. The game itself is a hybrid between RPG and RTS, meaning that you will have your heroes with various options and combinations on a skill tree and can amass your army like in any strategy game as well. The difference from 3rd Warcraft, for example, is that your heroes here are more like actual RPG heroes than just better units with more powerful skills. The story will take about 20 hours of your time, but if you want you can create your own maps as well. Darksiders Genesis. This is a great game with great humor and very positive reviews on Steam. It is well balanced to play in co-op mode, but also fun in single player as well without any regrets. You, like me, probably have no friends anyway. Although I must warn you that here you'll do more shooting than bashing and slashing, but you will get a fair share of the latter as well. Gamers on Steam are praising the aesthetics, interesting story and fun gameplay, but are grumpy about controls and few almost unsolvable puzzles. Game has great graphics, a bit childish dialogues, terrible camera angles and no potato salad man class, which is a shame. Anyway, from me it gets 8 cold beers out of 10. Jagged Alliance 3. In the sequel of the legendary tactical strategy turn-based franchise, you can select from a huge cast of mercenaries, all with their own unique personalities, quirks and backstories. Then go out and explore the land as you meet new people, earn money, grow your team and ultimately make your own decisions that will decide the country's fate. Here you will also find a campaign that you can play alone or with friends in online co-op mode. Control territory, train the locals, command multiple parties and defend against enemy forces in an alive and active world. You can customize customize your weaponry, and even decide on the fate of the country in an open RPG structure. Honestly, I was really skeptical about the game's quality before the release, because sequels like that, especially after so many years, tend to flop, while most of them actually fail to live up to the expectations. And Jagged Alliance 3 wasn't anything like that. A very positive review score left by thousands of people proves that without a sweat. Black Skylands. This is a steampunk experience that combines elements of open world, sandbox, top-down shooter and action-adventure games. Here you'll become a skilled and valiant young sky marshal, fighting to protect your people from the invading bad guys. You will take command of your own airship and embark on a journey through a world of boundless skies. Gather resources to craft powerful weapons, upgrade your ship to new heights, unearth ancient secrets and engage in beautiful battles. When I played the alpha or demo version of this game a few years ago, I was really impressed by the style of the game. It surely draws inspiration from Hayao Miyazaki and his creations. Also, do yourself a favor and prepare for yourself some Abney Park, Steam-Powered Giraffe and other soundtracks from steampunk bands. This way you can truly elevate your experience with Black Skylands, that's for sure. Asterigos, Curse of the Stars. In this high fantasy world, you will discover the long-forgotten secrets, interesting battle encounters, interconnected maps full of places to explore, and an immersive story where every choice matters. The game is really fun if you like light Souls-like battles and can enjoy a bit of cartoony graphics, but not everything is nice. Game has no map, like at all, so you will have to remember all the places in your head. That of course creates another level of immersiveness because you will have to use your actual navigational senses you usually never use in games. But do we actually want that? I don't think so. Anyway, if you decide to obtain it, the game will take about 30 hours from your boring life. Deadside. This is a multiplayer shooter game set in an open world. Here you'll experience a realistic post-apocalyptic game environment filled with NPCs and real players. As developers say, Deadside is all about balancing the dynamics of a shooter and the hardcoreness of survival games. The world of the game focuses on realistic aspects of life with the ruins of dead civilization. You won't find any zombies here.
What?
Yeah, you heard right. The name of the game is Deadside, and it is without zombies. It seems that someone made a huge marketing mistake here. I clicked on the title especially because I thought, hey, a new zombie game, and it's not. It's like naming your game Best Race and putting no cars in it, or like naming it StarCraft and putting no crafting in it. Oh wait. Shut up. A bit less than 80% of reviews are positive. Honestly, not a bad result, really not bad. Deep Rock Galactic. This is a 1-to-4 players first-person shooter featuring badass space dwarfs and 100% destructible environments. Here you can play alone or work together with other players as a team to dig, explore and fight your way through a massive cave system filled with hordes of deadly enemies and valuable resources. Pick some powerful guns like flamethrowers, Gatling guns, portable platform launchers, and show those puny aliens who's the boss. Dwarfs may be small, but they are really powerful. We in Lithuania have a saying,
Neugis or smugis.
Meaning not the size, but the punch is what really matters. And your punch is really, you know, probably weak in real world, but really impactful for the alien population in these dangerous caves. People on Steam are talking that there is no reason not to play this game, and I have to agree. Show those monsters the true meaning of extinction.
Rock and stone, baby.
Last Train Home. Here you will embark on a desperate mission through the depths of a wasteland ravaged by war. Your goal is to guide Czechoslovak soldiers back to home on board an armored train. But the path ahead is fraught with peril. Caught in the middle of a brutal civil war between Russia's Red and White armies, your unit must remain in fighting shape, managing what little resources you have and maintaining morale at all costs. Venture through the bleak and unforgiving landscape of Siberia, where the freezing cold and the merciless environment will push you to your very limit. Resources are scarce and your crew is exhausted, but you must never give up. All my life I rode made in Czechoslovakia trolleybuses in Vilnius. Some of them are still riding in the streets. They are like 50 years old and they still run. So one thing I'm completely sure about these guys, everything that's made in Czechoslovakia is unbreakable, except the country itself. What an irony. Expeditions Viking. Game description says, a small band of Norse warriors lands on the shores of England. History may have forgotten their names, but their actions live on. Well, as I always say, the actions Vikings made in real-life England involved a lot of pillaging and other crimes, like, you know, killing. So romantic and songs-worthy. Anyway, he as the newly appointed chieftain of a modest Viking clan, you'll have a village of your very own. But to carve your name into the runestones of history, you'll need great strength and great wealth to grow your village's prosperity. There is little left to be gained from the Norse lands, and so you must set your sights on the seas to the west, where tales speak of a great island filled with treasure and slaves ready for the taking. Game has a very positive review score on Steam, but there are also quite a few comments saying that the game is a bit too slow, you know, just like your sister. Desperados 3. You can kill quietly with a knife or take out multiple foes with your revolvers. I especially like the knife part, it somehow feels more personal and, of course, requires more skill. Scenarios Desperados presents are far from cliché, situations are quite original but also familiar with a nice vibe of Wild West. I say vibe because here you will fight not only in small frontier towns, but also in creepy swamps, riverbanks and even in sprawling modern cities. Here you can choose between non-lethal and deadly attacks, meaning that you can finish the game without killing anyone. I have no idea why you may do that, it's boring. I live my real life without killing anyone. Why should I do the same where I am allowed to snap a neck or two? For example, I am against hunting for fun, but I play the hunter and I slaughter all the animals in the forest for pure entertainment. You know why? Because they are not real. Duh. Anyway, Desperados 3 is like an old good Commandos game, but modern with amazing visuals and great quality overall. Devilated. As developers say, this is a bastard child of an old-school shooter and action RPGs, after snorting a line of raw, uncut hyper-violence. You'll shoot, slice and strike your way through a mysterious labyrinth, overflowing with bloodthirsty monsters out to tear you apart. You will unleash your style and savagery with a combo meter keeping score. Use the bodies of your enemies as living shields and then devour them for health. Slow down time to land every shot, or to simply appreciate gory poetry in motion, and equip a wide arsenal of everything from blades to rocket launchers, to let the world know that you will crush any opposition or position. Yeah, you don't care, all you want is blood, destruction and potato salad. Concede. In this life sim you will have to raise a family, farm the land, run shops and explore a world where everyone ages. Yes, here you will live your life in a quirky world where everyone dies at the end, including your pets. What a great idea to make everyone happy, right? Anyway, heroes here are just like degrading weapons in Dying Light. When you break one, you can just take another. So no reason to be sad, because when you die here you step into the shoes of your children and continue your legacy. And then you die again, and then you continue again. Cool thing is that developers are still updating the game and not just fixing various bugs, but also adding various fun things like farmhouse customization, new challenge system with rewards, story cutscenes and so on. On Steam, where it is possible to see playtime of reviewers, 100 hours is quite a casual thing. In general, this is a really cool spin on classic farming sim games, with so much to do and so much to see. From crafting and running a business to exploring the wilderness and meeting some marvelously malevolent monsters, Concede has it all.
And now thank you for watching, and I want to remind you that you can support me on Coffee and, you know, buy me potato salad. So, yeah. And I'll see you next time. Bye.